Welcome back to your hour. Joining me now is Paul Rosales and India Rosales, and they're here to talk to us about what, Paul?
We're going to talk about RE/MAX and charity.
Okay.
RE/MAX works with charity type programs, and you know, a lot of organizations do things like that. A little bit of something wrong there?
No, your collar's standing up.
You did that, didn't you? Let's blame it on India. She probably just grabbed me. A lot of organizations do have charity programs, and one of the programs that RE/MAX has is we have an affiliation with the Komen Race for the Cure. We're a major sponsor of that organization. We're involved in it every year. Every year that you go here locally in Wichita, you'll see some kind of RE/MAX affiliation with that race. A lot of times we'll have a booth set up there for refreshments and things like that for after the race, things of that nature. Beforehand, there'll be some RE/MAX agents will actually help set things up and volunteer to assist in that program. Are you hungry? Yeah, you're hungry? Can we give you some milk? There you go. There, you were hungry, weren't you? So that's one of the major programs that RE/MAX participates in. Another one of the major programs RE/MAX participates in is Children's Miracle Network. You know, it's kind of ironic. Their emblem is a balloon, and so is RE/MAX's emblem is a balloon. And sometimes you'll see the balloons at the same types of events. I actually went up in the RE/MAX balloon years ago, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was an interesting experience. And we landed kind of hard, you know, because Kansas wind, and ended up rolling. The basket fell over, but everybody was okay. It was something I would do again, that's for sure. Being up there, you know, 5,000, 10,000 feet, however high we were, but it was it's quite an event to be able to be in the RE/MAX balloon. We have one of the Children's Miracle Network hospitals here in Wichita over at St. Francis, and they have an annual get-together for RE/MAX agents in the area. It's a luncheon or a breakfast, and you get to come up there and see where the RE/MAX agents' contributions go to. Because with Children's Miracle Network, a portion of each one of our closings is automatically deducted. It's a volunteer thing. We can volunteer to do it or we don't. The vast majority of RE/MAX agents do volunteer to give a portion of each closing to Children's Miracle Network. And so that goes out and they are given a check on a regular basis. I know one year, our office, we raffled off a Corvette, and that ended up bringing in $50,000 from our office.
Wow.
Yeah, we raffled off a Corvette. Somebody in California won it, and of course the broker was the one who got to drive it across the United States to deliver it to the guy in California who won the Corvette. That was a real neat experience for them.
Well, I think a lot of times, though, people feel comfortable, or people like to do business with businesses that give back to the community.
Yeah, it is important to a lot of people. Between the Komen and the Children's Miracle Network, those are pretty they have loyal followings. You know, once somebody's been involved with that, it's kind of hard not to remain involved with it. I know when we go for our RE/MAX luncheon or breakfast once a year up there at the hospital, we get to take a tour of the facilities, and we actually get to see what our money is helping to buy just from our individual office. We also get to see how RE/MAX contributes to the entire Children's Miracle Network as a whole, because you sit through a full presentation while you're enjoying lunch or breakfast over there, and it's really a heartfelt thing to see what some of these little kids go through. You know, you would think nobody deserves that, especially little children. We
take our healthy kids for granted, but yeah.
Yep, that's for sure.
Not everybody can do that.
Yeah. I grew up in a family with where my uncle was handicapped, and they didn't quite get Children's Miracle Network. They were involved more with Catholic charities because he had come from an orphanage. But that was something, you know, they paid for a lot of all of his surgeries. All that stuff was paid for, every surgery he went through. So I kind of grew up seeing what a youngster can go through. You know, he was a little older than me, but I still got to see him go through things like, you know, half-body casts and things like that. But it's a real heartfelt thing to see something like that. Some of the one of the other more of an internal type of RE/MAX charity is we have a program for agents who are affected by, say, natural disasters. For example, down when Katrina hit, you might have like when Joplin, you know, was decimated by the tornadoes and things like that. There's RE/MAX offices just about everywhere. And so when an office is hit like that, the internal charity services for RE/MAX, they collect charitable funds, and those are funneled into those areas to help people who are actual RE/MAX agents So we go all the way from the internal RE/MAX level to international level, like Children's Miracle Network or Komen Race for the Cure type of programs. One of the things that I do personally within my own business, my little part of RE/MAX, is if somebody has a nonprofit organization out there, say it's a baseball team, Girl Scouts, something like that, church program, if they want to raise funds through real estate sales, that's something that I do. If you enroll in the program, then you're able to, everybody who enrolls in that program in your organization who either buys or sells a house through my real estate business, they get a portion of my commission back to the organization that they are affiliated with. And so out of that single commission, your personal organization can get some money out of it. Also, Children's Miracle Network can get some money out of it. It's a pretty good way to be able to give directly back to the community from one local business to another.
Very cool. Well, are you going to stick around for movies?
Yep.
Okay. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere.